Hello, anyone? Do you hear my voice? Is it clear enough? Is it clear enough? Check, check, check. Okay. Okay, Mr. Vivekanantharasa, how are you today? Greeting all.
Hello, Mister. Hello, Mr. Raveenthiran. Hello, Mr. Raveenthiran. Do you hear me? Yang lain bisa dengar suara saya nggak ini? Dengar
Bisa,
suara
Pak.
saya? Oh, bisa ya?
Bisa, Pak.
Oke. Ini tinggal nunggu pembicaranya dulu ya. Nanti ketika acara berlangsung, pada sesi berlangsung, diusahakan kameranya on semua, nggih, karena nanti akan direkam, akan di screenshot oleh tim IT-nya, ya. Dan ini masuk di dalam YouTube, diunggah dalam YouTube. Halo, Mr. Raveenthiran. Halo, Mr. Raveenthiran Vivekanantharasa. Do you hear me? Cekak krungu ya. Halo, Mr. Raveenthiran. Do you hear me? Hello, Mr. Raveenthiran. Hello, Mr. Vivekanantharasa. Do you hear me?
Hello. Yeah.
Have you started? And then please open your can. So okay, okay. Then okay. I would like. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Raveenthiran. Oh, good afternoon. I don't know exactly what the time in Sri Lanka now is. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam
warahmatullahi
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
wabarakatuh.
Okay, good afternoon for the guest speaker, and then good morning for the guest speaker, and then good afternoon for all of the participants here. Excellencies, Dean of Faculty, Teacher of Training and Education, State Islamic University of Syed Ali Rahmatullah Tulung Agus, East Java, Indonesia. And then the Honorable Coordinator, Study Program of Madrasah Ibtidaiyah, Teacher Education.
Yes, thank you.
And then the guest speaker, Mr. Raveenthiran Vivekanantharasa, Bachelor of Education, ANDA, and then Master of Science. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and all of the participants. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Dwi Astuti Wahyu Nur Hayati. I'm from English Department Education, State Islamic University of Syed Ali Rahmatullah Tulung Agung, East Java, Indonesia, and I will be the master of ceremony today. On behalf of the organizers, English Department, okay, on behalf of the organizer, Madrasah Ibtidaiyah, Teacher Education, State Islamic University of Syed Ali Rahmatullah Tulung Agung, I would like to extend my warm welcome to all guests to the visiting lecturer series, Strategic Management for Madrasah Ibtidaiyah Teacher Education of Undergraduate Program of State Islamic University of Syed Ali Rahmatullah Tulung Agung in the academic year 2020 and 2023, being hosted for the time in East Java, Indonesia. On this occasion, I would like to invite the guests to take the reshuffling on the G-Meet. Before starting the meeting, I would like to inform the agenda of our visiting lecturers today. Firstly, opening remark by Professor Dr. Hajah binti Mauna, Magister Pendidikan, and secondly, opening speech by Dr. Adi Wijayanto, Magister Pendidikan, as the coordinator study program, Madrasah Ibtidaiyah Teacher Education. Thirdly, come to the main agenda is delivering the first session of special meeting. The session will be performed by the guest speaker. And ladies and gentlemen, do you know that our guest speaker is Mr. Raveenthiran Vivekanantharasa, Bachelor of Education, Master of Science from the Open University of Sri Lanka, Nawala, under a title Strategic Management. Okay, give applause for the guest speaker audience. Okay, just for the information, and the link of certificate will be given in the end of the session. Now is opening remark. Let's open this event by saying Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, and then this session will be guided by me as a moderator. Okay, now the time for the Dean of Faculty Teacher and Training in Education, Profesor Dr. Hajah binti Mauna, Magister Pendidikan Islam. It's time for you to deliver your opening speech. Monggo Bu Dekan untuk waktunya.
Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, each and every one of you. Today marks an significant occasion as we come together to share knowledge, insight, and ideas that will shape the future of our field. This seminar serves as a platform for intellectual discourse, collaboration, and innovation. It is an opportunity to explore that latest advancement, trend, and challenge in our field, and to foster a community of learning and growth. Thank you very much for Mr. Raveenthiran Vivekanantharasa as a speaker, for Mr. Adi Wijayanto, and thank you for all this audience. I also want to express my gratitude to the organizing committee and all the individuals who have worked tirelessly behind the scene to make this seminar a reality. And I open this event by saying basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I encourage each one of you to actively participate in the discussion, ask problem question, and challenge existing assumption. Remember, it is through the exchange of ideas that true innovation emerges. Once again, I extend my warmest welcome to all of you, and I sincerely hope that this seminar serves as a catalyst for transformative change within our knowledge. May we live he inspired, equipped with new insight and ready to make Allah's impact. I have a little sentence. Bunga mawar penuh duri. Cakep. Indah merekah berwarna merah.
Cakep.
Semoga sukses visiting lecture PGMI. Semoga lancar dan penuh berkah.
Amin.
Alhamdulillah.
Alamin. Alamin.
Wortel mengandung vitamin A. Jeruk
Mantap.
mengandung serat. Ayo mahasiswa harus aktif bertanya. Jika tidak bertanya, tidak mendapatkan sertifikat. Cakep. Wa'alafu minkum. Allahul muwafiq ila aqwamit thoriq. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks a lot for the very informative opening speech for Bu Dekan. And then now come to the second turn is opening speech by Dr. Adi Wijayanto, Magister Pendidikan, as the coordinator study program, Ibtidaiyah Teacher Education. Time is yours, sir.
Okay, thank you, Miss Dwi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
The Excellencies, my Rector Win 1 Tulungagung, The Excellencies, my Dean Fakultas Tarbiyah dan Ilmu Keguruan, Profesor Dr. Haja Binti Mauna, The Excellencies, all of lecturer, and then The Excellencies, Mr. Raveenthiran Vivekanantharasa, Bachelor Education, HNDE, DiTech, CTHE, M.Sc. And nice to meet you, Mister. Okay. We are very proud that you can be presented to be a lecturer material in the course of strategic management in Indonesian Manajemen Strategi for students of Madrasah Ibtidaiyah Teacher Education study programs in Faculty of Tarbiyah and Teacher Training, UIN Said Ali Rahmatullah, East Java, Indonesia. I hope to all Madrasah Ibtidaiyah student, we hope that this class can improve the skill, can improve the knowledge, can be improve the intelligentsia, especially strategic management in Madrasah Ibtidaiyah learning. So, kami berharap, we hope the student can have a question to lecturer, to Mr. Raveenthiran Vivekanantharasa. Okay, and then the last, thank you very much, Mr. Raveenthiran Vivekanantharasa, for in class, in this class. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, thank you, Mr. Adi Wijayanto, for the very nice opening speech. And okay, please be patient for the audience because Mr. Ravin still get difficulties or still get a trouble with his audio. So I hope that you be patient to wait for this trouble. Thank you.
Is it open? And then, did you hear anything?
I cannot hear anything, but I can read for it. Okay, I will take
It is better for you to sign out and then sign in. Probably, do you get a trouble? Mm-hmm. But I think it is better for you to sign up and sign in again, and then you will report to me.
Yeah, that's not allowing me because
Is,
Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Now I can hear you. Okay.
Yeah, oh, yeah, okay.
Uh, so are you ready now? If you are ready, so it is the time for you. Okay, audience. Now we come to the guest speaker. Is Mr. Raveenthiran Vivekanantharasa, Bachelor of Education, Magister of Science, or Master of Science from the Open University of Sri Lanka Nawala under a title Strategic Management. Before starting his presentation or his material, I would like to tell you, I just read several information or a little bit information about his curriculum vitae. Okay, his name Raveenthiran Vivekanantharasa or R. Vivekanantharasa, permanent address Kirankulam, Central Kirankulam, Batikuloa, Sri Lanka, and number +940767783 or +940765373 507 and his email vibe@lk. Now, he is in Department of Secondary and Tertiary Education, Faculty of Education, the Open University of Sri Lanka, Nawala, Sri Lanka. And then he got his Bachelor of Education in Eastern University of Sri Lanka. And then he also got Master of Philosophy, PhD, Reading in Educational Management in Faculty of Graduate Studies, University of Colombo. And then he got a Master of Science, Educational Management Reading in University of Sri Jabawardenapura, Sri Lanka. And he also got higher national diploma in English or in SLAYT, and the diploma in information technology in eSoft. And then he also got certificate in teacher higher education or CTHE in the Open University of Sri Lanka and other qualification. He also concerned in certificate course in office management Eastern University. And he's working experiences, a lecturer of Faculty of Education, and so many, I think, so the audience, I think that he got so many achievements. So it is a time for you, it's a good chance for you to discuss anything with him about the strategy.
Okay, thank you very much for the nice introduction about me. So I welcome you all and good evening everyone from Sri Lanka, the Open University of Sri Lanka, Faculty of Education. First of all, I thank for this great opportunity to make lecture, or maybe you can call it a webinar or a workshop series. So for the students who are doing the strategic management as a course, maybe as a program. So especially I have to remember this here in this platform, this forum, for the opportunity was given and was invited me, Dr. Andy Safran, sir. He is one of my colleague, my respected colleague from Indonesia. He kindly asked me to join this webinar. Thank you, sir, for this wonderful opportunity. He is such a person always helping me in various ways. And even for the institution and all the academics, all the students and all eminent people here, thank you very much. I'm very happy to meet you all. And yeah, you know that based on the topic that I have selected today to discuss with you all, I think the limited time we have. So within the time, I will discuss with you the certain ideas to improve in your life. In your studies, in your program, that will definitely help you to develop yourself. I'm also the management specialist. I have PhDs and masters and everything in management. I have a number of articles, and management is a nice field of study, even the strategic management. I congratulate all the students for doing the management as a specialization or this course on the strategic management. Right, now let me to share my PowerPoint presentation. Right, give me 1 minute. Can you all see my PowerPoint?
Yes, we could see. You may make it a bigger, I think, or
Yeah,
full
yeah, yeah.
screen. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Is it okay now?
Thank you.
Yeah. The topic, the topic, the topic I have selected to make the presentation today, the impact of Industry 4.0 on organizational culture. You know, this may be a new idea of knowledge, or may some of you have heard about this topic or any related materials or resources on the same topic. So anyway, I will discuss with you the certain ideas of the main two variables here. You know that the variable number one, the industry 4.0, and the second variable, organizational culture. Finally, I will conclude the presentation with the main theme, how industry 4.0 impacts on organizational culture everywhere in this world. So, you know, I'm Raveenthiran Vivekanantharasa, lecturer, Faculty of Education, the Open University of Sri Lanka, Sri Lanka. So, the outlines of the presentation today I'm going to discuss with you all. I mean that first of all, I will talk about that understanding the concept Industry 4.0. I mean, we can call it as a Industrial Revolution 4.0. I mean, simply we can say OIR. And the second outline of the presentation, identifying the main features of Industry 4.0. And the third one, explaining the meaning of organizational culture. What do you mean by organizational culture? As you all are management students who are doing management or strategic management, so I think you might have heard about the term organizational culture. You might have studied, and some of you may be with more ideas on the title. I mean, organizational culture. Finally, I will end up my presentation with the outline of understanding how Industry 4.0 influences on organizational culture. So with that, these are the outlines of the presentation. Today, I'm going to discuss with you within the given time. So now the question, have you ever heard of the phrase Industry 4.0? Anyone can answer, but it should not disturb everyone here. But if you anyone have you heard about the term Industry 4.0 before today? Any answer, yes or no?
Hello, the audiences. Yes, we have ever heard.
Yeah, there are more audience
Okay.
or more audiences. Okay, anyway, I think you might have heard about the term Industry 4.0. So what do you mean by the term understanding? I mean, what do you mean by the term Industry 4.0? So by now, you know, you have likely heard the phrase Industry 4.0. Another way saying fourth industrial revolutions. But like most, not exactly sure what it means. Okay, people focus on the different views and they have different ideas on the concept. Anyway, we are at the dawn of a new and exciting industrial revolutions. Like the previous three, before the 4.0, Industry 4.0, we might have faced the Industry 4.1, Industry 1.0, Industry 2.0, and Industry 3.0. I will explain everything very clearly in my next slides. So, like the previous three, the three revolutions, the industrial revolutions, each revolution was used in due to disruptive or transformative technology. There's a key point here, the transformative technology that changed the way we operate, especially in industrial sectors. I mean in organizations. Industrial sectors mean organizations or any institution, universities, or you can think even our homes, even our anywhere, you can any places. Okay, so now you have the idea, Industry 4.0 is connected with the transformative technology, or you can say the disruptive technology that we use to simplify our day-to-day activities, to ease our day-to-day activities, to expedite the work that have been done by us. Okay, so with the idea Industry 4.0, here you can clearly understand, clearly get the point of the evolutions, I mean the industrial evolution up to 4.0. Earlier it was mentioned the Industry 1.0, I mean the Industrial Revolution 1.0. During the time of 18th century, that 1784, year of 1784, it was known as 18th century. The Industry 1.0 was connected with ideas of mechanization and steam power and weaving loom. So everything was under the concept of water and the steam power, how we use the technology with the help of mechanization. So these are the ideas of Industry 1.0 in 18th century, I mean in the year of 1784. After that, if we move to the Industry 2.0, people had different ideas, different viewpoints, different concepts to develop their life. So that was in 1870. Actually, it's 19th century, 19th century. So that Industry 2.0 was connected with mass production, assembly line, electrical energy. Everything, the concept that we use in the time of the 1870, I mean the 19th century, with the electrical energy. The electricity was introduced and it was a major part of human life. You know that earlier, if you look at the Industry 1.0, that was connected with steam power, I mean water connected technologies. But after that, if you look at the 2.0, Industry 2.0, it was connected with the energy, I mean the electrical energy, right? So that's about the time of Industry 2.0 during the time of 1870, right? After that, if we move to the Industry 3.0, 1969, it's approximately 20th century, okay? We call it a very important era in human life, or 20th century, many, I think some of you are here, you might be born during that time, you might had so many experiences during that time. Even I was also born during that 20th century, I mean the 19th like that some of you are here, even you have more ideas or more experiences about this industry 3.0. So industry 3.0 is fully connected with automation, computers and electronics. So after the electricity, the concept, computerization was the main idea of 20th century. Everything was connected with computer. Computer was the main tool in human life. It was used to simplify and improve the life of human during that time. Okay, that's about the industry 3.0. Now we are in 4.0, the today, the time, 21st century. It's almost connected with cyber physical systems, Internet of Things, and networks. We are fully connected with the networks. Earlier, you know, in the time of 3.0, computer was a main part of human life, but it, it was not the concept Internet was not there. People did not have more ideas about Internet and other related computer related things. They used only computer for their purpose with some of the few ideas. But now the internet is the main thing of the time of 4.0, industry 4.0. The today's life, digitalization. We are moving forward with digitalization. How this concept digitalization influences on management, on organizational culture, on strategic management. You know what you mean by strategic management. So strategic management, you can understand the ways and strategies and process, everything that we use to simplify the activities of management, which are known as strategic management. Everywhere, in all organizations, all countries, all world, even out of the world, the space, people are going and people are moving to the space also. Even most of the Americans are focusing on living in moon, and even the space life. They are focusing on space life, not the here in Earth, on Earth. They are not thinking on, not living on Earth, right? So the what I mean here, the industry 4.0 is the main part of the human life in this 21st century, plays a major role, giving more advantages. Though there are disadvantages, we can use it for our best use of life. That's a point of industry 4.0. Okay, with the idea, I have explained the every time, the every revolution, one by one here, industry 1.0, industry 2.0 and industry 3.0, and finally I have concluded with 4.0. You can read this and you can take some notes, or if you want, I will share the presentation also for your studies, for your reference. You don't worry. With relevant people, I will send it to you. So the main thing or the main idea of industry 1.0, you know, it was started in the 1780s with the advent of mechanized production and aided by the water. I told you, water was the main component of industry 1.0, and steam power. This was the first time that humans had power beyond our muscles. Human had power. They realized their power. Okay? If you move to the explanation, industry 2.0, it's in the period of 1870s, 19th century, included mass production. Do you know the meaning? Mass production. The number of production, limitation of production was increased, aided by the electrical power. That's the main idea of the growth of the Industry 2.0 period. Electrical power. This was the advent of the assembly line with the industry able to churn out affordable products for the masses at the massive scales. They improved the production, the productivity developed. You know the theory scientific management. You might have studied about the theory scientific management by the theorist, management theories, scientific management theories, Taylor, F.W. Taylor. So he was living during this time, and he used the productivity, human productivity, the human power. That's the main concept of scientific management, theory of management, one of the theory of management. You might have studied about that. If not, please learn about the theory of scientific management and about Taylor, F.W. Taylor. Okay, then after that, the 3.0, Industry 3.0 started in the late 1960s, 20th century, included automated production. You know the difference between the production, mass production and the automated production? Automated production gave more benefits to the people. They simplified everything. People earn more money through this concept of automated production. The production, all types of production were made with the help of equipments or tools using electronics and computers. The manpower was reduced there. Man just used for as a helping instrument for the machines. I mean that they operated that machines and the computers. A new era of industrial production is the Industry 3.0 with automated production or automated thinking. Finally, I come to the last industrial revolution. Now that the time we are living, very soon we are going to face the Industry 5.0, but now still we are in the Industry 4.0. Started in 2010. Please note this point. The Industry 4.0 started in 2010, during that period, just few years ago. It will last some more years. Range and includes many technologies, sometimes called the exponential technologies. Do you know the meaning? Exponential technologies. Technology which are more powerful, which are more beneficiaries, which are more helpful. We get more benefits from that. That exponential technology, such as the Internet of Things, IoT, 3D printing, right? Artificial intelligence, AI, and many others. You can list out many others. Big data, cloud computing. Okay, this technology has led much of the industrial world into digital transformation. So the main point of Industry 4.0 is digital transformation. How we utilize or how we make use of this concept, digital transformation, in every organizational culture. How we are digitalized. Now, you know, people are not like as they were few years ago. You are not like your mothers and fathers, even your family, some of your family members. You are digitalized. You are more adapted, not like the previous generation. When you go for an organization, you will create new culture there with more digital ideas or digital transformations. That's a point of organizational culture and the concept digital transformation. How digital transformation is connected with the organizational culture, with the organizations, revolutionizing how we create, distribute, and support products around the globe. These all are the main ideas or the clear definitions and the concept, the clear clarification, I can say, about the 4 revolutions in human life that are Industry 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, and 4.0. But we have to give more focus on Industry 4.0 because the time we are living is known as Industry 4.0. With that, you can understand the concept or the areas that are connected with the features of Industry 4.0, how this era, I mean the concept, Industry 4.0 helps people or helps different organizations or industries or each countries in the world. It's connected with autonomous robots. You know the robot system? Now everything changed into a robot system, robotics. You know, some of the countries are recruited robots in the field of education. You know, robots are teaching to the students. You know, in South Korea, some schools are using the robots for or teaching specific subjects, English, mathematics. If you go South Korea, I mean, I'm not telling only South Korea, like South Korea, other countries, Japan, like even Indonesia and some other countries. Some countries are trying to adopt the concept robotics, but some countries are now practicing it. South Korea is one of the countries, like Japan, Asian countries. Let's think about the European countries. They are more advantaged. Okay, simulation. Simulation is also another concept of the theory Industry 4.0. System integration, how we use the systems, how we use the system inside the organization. System integration, how is the system integration is connected with the organizational culture. You use or you just compare all concept of 4.0 with your organization. I mean with organizational culture. Can be university or in any institution or any factory or any industries, anything. Internet is a major idea of the concept 4.0. Cybersecurity also is important. Cloud computing, as I mentioned before, cloud computing. Additive manufacturing. Augmented reality, you know, the augmented reality, the concept of augmented reality, we make the reality real, we make the reality practical or big. That's the concept of augmented reality. Finally, big data. You know, the big data is another important concept of Industry 4.0. AI, it's not mentioned here, but AI also one of the major idea of Industry 4.0, artificial intelligence. Everywhere we are talking about artificial intelligence, how we use the intelligence with some artificial culture, artificial ideas. GIPT, you know the concept, now we are talking about the GIPT and how we use the concept GIPT in industry or in data analysis or everywhere in education, in organizational culture. So GIPT also one of the main concept of or main features of the Industry 4.0. So the final idea is here in explaining the concept Industry 4.0. Industry 4.0 plays a major role in creating adaptive or more effective technological related organizational culture. Due to this era, Industry 4.0, we are simplifying, we are making ease our day-to-day activities with more innovative ideas, innovative strategies. That's a thing that you are learning through the concept strategic management. strategies. When you talk about the strategies, definitely this in 4.0, Industry 4.0, the concept will be there. If I move to my next slide, according to Dosen in 2017, they explained that Industry 4.0 refers to recent technology advances where the internet and supporting technology, for example, embedded system, serves as a backbone to the integrate physical objects, human actors, intelligent machines, production lines, and process across organizational boundaries to form a new kind of intelligent, networked, and agile value chain. Okay, this statement from both of them clearly explains the importance of Industry 4.0 inside an organization or inside an organizational culture. If I move to my next slide to explain about the characteristics of Industry 4.0, I can go very quickly because considering the time limitation also, you can also read all the ideas here displayed in the PowerPoint in your screen. Industry 4.0 improves productivity, efficiency, and quality of process through the concept big data analysis, because companies can gain insight into the process and identify ways to improve them, explore new business model or reduce costs. You know, the main purpose of the in all industry is reducing cost, improving the outputs. So definitely Industry 4.0, the idea in the Industry 4.0 will help. Automates tasks so that employees can focus on more creative tasks. So it helps more for more creative tasks. That's another characteristic. Use of advanced machinery or robots in the culture of organization. That's another important characteristic. Robots, digitization. You know the digitization process? Like everything is included with the help of numbers, symbols, and we are using numbers for everything. I mean that's a different kind of measurement. Digitization, all connected with numbers, symbols. That's a concept of digitization. The digitization process also one of the major characteristics of Industry 4.0. Moreover, provide a personalized after sales service for each customer. Personalized. And improving energy efficiency in industrial production and reduction of environmental impact. Enables the customized products development that meet customer needs in the face of competition as well as constant adaptation to demand. Finally, Industry 4.0 helps to the world with the idea of automation and technology for efficient production with fewer errors. I mean, without any errors, though there are some errors that may be very reduced one. Okay, these are the characteristics of Industry 4.0. Now I come to my main theme of the presentation, main plot of the presentation, influence of Industry 4.0 on organizational culture. How this concept, Industry 4.0, influence on organizational culture. First, we should understand what is organizational culture. Can anyone answer me what is organizational culture? As you are a student studying and learning strategic management, the strategies which are used in management, can anyone? So if not, you know, but you should improve the ideas of organizational culture. You can read these ideas, the explanation displayed in the PowerPoint, I mean in your display. Organizational culture is a key differentiator between the companies that sustain winning performance. Please note this concept, sustaining winning performance, and those who barely meet average benchmark. However, culture can be ambiguous and hard to define. You cannot define the culture of your society, of your institution, of your, of your home, of your organization, any type of organization. Though we are just explaining the ideas with few, few known facts, right? The below infographic indicate the 5 major parts of organizational culture. You see, what is organizational culture? It's connected with main 4 ideas. It also means what makes us in an organization. If you think, you see the first point, the first picture here, the image, first image, grounded in commitment to shared purpose, values, mindset, and behaviors. How we sharing our values, ideas, communication, the good communication. That's one part of organizational culture. Sharing ideas, purposes, helping others. If we move to the second image, the second concept, exemplified and amplified by the words and deeds of leaders. Being a good leader, a role model, that's another concept of organizational culture. We should be a model to others. We should be a guide to others. If we move to the third point of organizational culture, the third image, actuated in architecture of organizational practices and process. All related to that infrastructure, how it's actuated. Everything will come under this organizational culture. The fourth image, evident in our ritual stories and our aspiration, those ideas come as the fourth image, under the fourth image of to explain the concept organizational culture. Finally, organizational culture explains about visible in all relationships, colleagues, customers, and other stakeholders. How we attract our stakeholders, how we develop our relationship, collaboration, cooperations. Those ideas come under the concept organizational culture with the last image explained here. So now I hope you have understood the concept organizational culture, how it's connected with the human life or the people who are working in that particular organization, right? Now we move to the, Furthermore, according to Armstrong, 2006, he explained the concept organizational culture, or we can call it as corporate culture. The concept corporate culture is the pattern of values, norms, beliefs, attitudes, and assumptions that may not have been articulated but shape the ways in which people in organizations behave and things get done. Under the concept organizational culture, values are very important. Not only organizational culture, in human culture, in human life, values are very important. Now, due to lack of value, we are facing so many challenges, so many incidents. There is no value towards people. There is no value towards nature. That's why we are facing so many natural disasters. I mean that artificial events, artificial disasters. So we should give values. We should have values towards everyone in the world. We should express our values. So here in organizational culture, if you don't have values, if values is lack, a point lacking task, definitely that organization will not progress, will not fail in a very down position. So value refers to what is believed to be important about how people and organization behave. Norms are the unwritten rules of behavior. Here, values and norms are very important concept. Okay? So, as you all are students of the particular subject management or as working people, you should understand the two main concepts, values and norms in an organization, which are the backbone of the organization, development of the organization, which helps for the development of organization. If I move to my next slide, you can get clear idea about the organizational culture and how this concept industry 4.0 involves in organizational culture, how it makes differences, how it makes improvements in organizational culture. You know, if you think about an organization, people, process, and technology, these three ideas are very important. People, they involve in process, they use technology to expedite the process, to simplify the process. When people and process are combined, it's known as collaboration. We want good collaboration. Then only we can combine the two concepts very effectively. When people and technology are connected, it's called analysis. I mean, analysis means technology should automate tasks or improve workflow, enabling staff to improve results. Technology definitely improve the task of the people. I mean, it will simplify the task. When process and technology are connected, it's known as a synergy. You know, synergy with a successful implementation, people are able to, when technology and process are connected, it's known as automation. Automation is the concept, you know, technology should support to the process and eliminate the repetitive or tedious task. That's the concept of automation. Now, when people, process, and technology, all three concepts come under one point, we call it as synergy. Synergy means with the successful implementation, people are able to collaborate effectively and efficiently, drive results. So, what is the meaning of explaining this concept through this picture, including the three concepts, people, process, and technology? Here, in each aspect, the ideas of Industry 4.0 helps a lot. How people connect with the concept 4.0, how process connect with the concept 4.0, how technology connect with the process 4.0. That's the main. Okay, so I hope you might have understood the concept 4.0 through this fixed explanation, including the process, people, and technology, how it how interconnects with each other, I mean with each concept. If I move to my next slide, here very important to explain the influence of Industry 4.0 on the concept organizational culture. Organizational culture are divided under 3 dimensions: strategy, innovation stimulus, communications. You know about strategy. What is innovation stimulus? What is communication? Under strategy, vision and mission, purposefulness, means to achieve objects, everything will come. Let's think about the innovation stimulus. Innovation stimulus is connected with the reward and recognitions, availability of resources, loyalty, mistake handling, idea generation, risk taking. Finally, the concept communication. Communication also is one of the major concepts of organizational culture. What does it mean by the concept communication? Communicating among departments, open communication, shared information, everything will come under communication. Here, now, organization has 3 dimensions. 3 dimensions have different perspective. These all will create a new innovation and creativity in organizational culture. So for creating or for making creativity, innovation, the idea Industry 4.0 will definitely help and will definitely boost the idea of the world, I mean idea of each organization. Moreover, how Industry 4.0 improves the 3 dimensions of organizational culture. Here in this slide, I am going to explain everything, the relationship between the 2 concepts, I mean the variables, 2 variables, 4.0, Industry 4.0 and the organizational culture. I mean the 3 major dimensions of organizational culture. The phrase Industry 4.0 takes influence on strategy, innovation, I mean innovation stimulus, communications. Those are the dimensions of organizational culture. Definitely, when 4.0 industry, the concept 4.0 industry influences effectively and efficiently on the 3 dimensions of organizational culture, it will create more effectiveness and efficiency in each organization and in each organizational culture. That's the main point. So here we should know what does it mean by, I mean what is meant by 4.0, Industry 4.0. How this concept Industry 4.0 helps for new strategies, for innovation stimulus, for communication inside an organization and culture. Then how it helps to achieve effectiveness or efficiency in management. Effectiveness and efficiency are the main parts of management. The purpose of management is reaching effectiveness and efficiency in everything. So definitely, finally, the organizational culture will be improved, and we would have a good culture or effective culture or efficient culture inside the organization. That's the main point here. Okay. So with this all explanation and ideas, I finished my presentation. I mean, I have come to the end of the presentation. So what I explained with you, what I discussed with you based on the outlines, now you are knowledgeable in the concept Industry 4.0, if you are already knowledgeable, okay, but somewhat you have again study about that. Then the second thing, the characteristic of Industry 4.0, after that, organizational culture. What is it meant by organizational culture? And finally, the main plot of the presentation and the main idea of the presentation, theme of the presentation, how Industry 4.0 influences or impacts on organizational culture based on the three dimensions of organizational culture: strategy, stimulations, innovation stimulus, finally communication. Definitely it will move forward with effectiveness and efficiency. So thank you very much for listening my presentation for a limited time given to me. I don't know, I might have passed the time limitation. So if you have more time, I mean that if I have more time, you can ask the questions. I will explain to your questions and we can discuss. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much for your very informative and nice presentation, Mr. Vivekanantharasa. Okay, the audience, please, time is yours. Now it is the time for you. Probably some of you or several of you, do you have any questions so far for Mr. Vivekanantharasa? Yeah, also Mr. Viram, about his presentation. Come on, audience. About the strategic management, it is very important that I can catch the point from Mr. Viram. Okay, the differences between Industry 4.0 and Industry 3.0. And then it also discussed about the scientific management, about the Francis Taylor, okay, or Taylorism. And also, he also discussed about how do you differences about the Taylor four principles. So many things that you could consider, including about the organization culture. Is that right, Mr. Yeah. Okay. The audience, please, time is yours. Probably, do you have any question related you as a candidate of a teacher, especially Madrasah Ibtidaiyah, teacher education? So, what kind of preparation do you want to ask to Mr. Virat? Okay. Time is yours. Come on. Eh? Uh, Mr. Okay. Mr. Rafin, so sorry that I mute
Yeah.
my audio. Related to your PPT, one of them is organization culture because you have so many experiences instead of working before in open university because you also became an English lecturer, again also an instructor, and then also some other experiences. So what kind of tips and tricks do the student that have to prepare before they apply to this or when they have to adapt with such an organizational culture? Thank you.
Yeah. So, do you want to know some ideas about that, madam?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
that's it.
So when now you know the students who are in the stage of learning, you are learning that concept, not only strategic management, you are learning all the subjects, I mean all the courses. So after learning, it should not be only as exam oriented. Don't think it's only exam related ideas. So the practical, I mean that concept authenticity, you know, the concept authenticity, authentic ideas definitely should reveal your life, uh, that means your life or better life, I mean the better life. So all the concepts, ideas and explanation you are learning, today you learned and tomorrow you will learn. Yesterday you have, I mean you learned, you should use for your development, I mean personal development. You should improve that. So what are the ways to improve? Actually it depends on each of you. So when I take me as an example, I used my all knowledge sharing with my students in the classroom, in the lectures, and I have a number of publications I am writing every day, and I have good communication with the people sharing information like my sir Andy Safran in Indonesia, like I have more connections. So like that, in that way, you should also try to communicate with each of you in a proper manner, and you should improve your all ideas, sharing with everyone in the classroom or in the lecture hall. Okay, and now you plan what is your the target in future that you are going to reach, right? Don't think about that everything, the target and the achievement and everything at the last time. Definitely it will end up in failure. You will be unable to reach that because the time is very short, and time is very short and time is very important. Just now, today onwards, you plan your activities, you plan your future and work on that. Definitely you will become a successful person or successful personality uh, in the world. That's my idea for you, with all the concept that you are learning and you will learn. Thank you.
Okay. Uh, Thanks a lot, Mr. Rafin, that you have explained to us that we have opened the discussion and also we have a good and further networking, And even though as a student, we still learning, but after this, after they graduating, they also have to prepare all of the thing instead of academic or cognitive one, but they have also to train their uh, affective and also others, is visually about the communication and others. Thank you. Now the time for the Ibu Rohma Infantry has raised your hand. Yeah, please, time is yours.
I think it's not audible. Is that student asking a question?
Okay, Bu Rohma, would you mind unmute your audio, please?
Okay, how can education intuition adapt their management strategies to effectively integrate the advancements of the fourth industrial revolution?
Yeah, I think your question is how we can adapt the concept Industry 4.0 in the field of education. Am I right? Am I right with the question? Student?
Hello, would you mind repeat once more about your question, please?
Please repeat again.
Bisa diulangi pertanyaannya biar Mr. Viram paham dengan apa yang ditanyakan.
Okay, how can educational institution adapt their management strategies to effectively integrate the advancements of the fourth industrial revolution?
Yeah, okay. You mean the relationship between education and industrial revolution, you know?
Yes, and also the effective
Yeah,
steps.
right. What are the strategies that we can use to the concept? Develop the educational strategies in line with the industrial revolution. You know that almost that time, not only education, in each of aspect in the world, we can use the concept industrial revolution. In education, you know, education, what is mean teaching, learning, and the values and the performance and everything will come under the concept education. When you take the point or characteristic of industrial 4.0 in the field of education, definitely it would be a successful. For example, in teaching, you know, please you can get this point. In teaching, after COVID-19, we used more technology and the technological ideas to simplify our teaching learning activities. Though we accommodated more ideas, but everything ended in failure. Okay, then so what happened there? Though we used or though we introduced many of the technological related aspects, we were not that much clear about those ideas. So that means we don't have more ideas about the concept technology, even the industry 4.0. That why it is because of, as we all are developing countries, Asian countries like Sri Lanka, Indonesia, Pakistan, some Asian countries are developing countries. So we have somewhat knowledge to improve the all technological concept in our day-to-day life, even in the education system. So what we have to do, we cannot do we cannot do it as a concept in first time, but we have to slowly, little by little, we have to introduce the ideas of industry 4.0 in education. Okay, first of all, we have to start it from the classroom level. Now, how we can teach to the students in a innovative way, how we can the classroom also is an organization. That's a culture. There is a culture in the classroom. So in the culture, you know, there are three dimensions: strategies, communication, and stimulation, innovation stimulus. In these three concepts, how we can use the concept Industry 4.0, how we can improve the strategies in the classroom, in teaching, in learning, in communicating with the concept, the communication, how we can improve the communication with the students, how we can stimulate the students. Those are the concept of Industry 4.0 in the teaching. If you take learning also the same idea, right? So altogether, the concept, the characteristic of Industry 4.0 will boost the system of education when we will be ready to accommodate all the ideas, not immediately or not at once, little by little. We can cooperate everything in our life. I mean, in our education system. Okay, are you clear?
Hello, are you clear? In bahasa Indonesia, Mr. Ravin just explained to you dalam bahasa Indonesianya bahwa negara-negara yang sedang berkembang bisa mempersiapkan diri secara perlahan atau step by step termasuk konsep teknologi industri ini dalam hal pendidikan, kemudian terbukanya komunikasi dalam dunia pembelajaran serta penggunaan teknologi yang harus dikembangkan. Itu yang utama. Jadi kita nggak bisa menyamakan dengan negara-negara besar like Japan and America, or the European countries. So for the developing countries, we few first stages or step by step to catch the advancement. Thank you. Begitu ya. Okay, Mr. Raffi, that I just translate itu bahasa Indonesia or Indonesian, you know. Okay.
Thank you, madam. Thank you everyone for the opportunity, and I hope you have understood some ideas from my presentation, and I hope to meet you in future also. Thank you everyone, thank you organization, and thank you all the participants, especially
Okay.
thank you my sir Andy Safran too. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Raffin, there are several questions anymore for the students, you know. Come on, student. Okay, Mas Afan.
Okay. How can educational organization implement effective professional development programs for educator and administrator to enhance the digital literacy and adaptability in the fourth industrial revolution era?
Yeah. So, as I explained you short while ago, in the system of education, you can take the concept. I mean, you can use the ideas of Industry 4.0 in all organizations. So please focus on the three major dimensions of organizational culture. I mean, if you can take any organization, maybe schools, universities, or even your home, your working place, or your staying place also. Please consider the three dimensions which are connected with organizational culture. If there is an organization, there should be a culture. The culture is the culture is connected with the three major concept strategies that we are using: communication and innovation, stimulus. So when you use strategies in the family or in the school or in the organization, in a working place, you should understand how you are going to use the strategies. What are the list of strategies that you are going to use, which are appropriate or not appropriate? Likewise, the communication, way of communication, how we are going to make the communication. Even you see, we are even between the two organizations here, Open University of Sri Lanka from here, and your organization in Indonesia, we are using a communication, the good communication, through an adaptive way, which is influenced by 4.0, Industry 4.0, the Zoom technology. So likewise, you should also plan how you accommodate the communication, right, in any organization, in any maybe any individuals, any people or any person. When you use that properly, definitely that would be successful. But the problem is we are lacking in resources. Asian countries, all Asian countries, we are lacking in resources, not like some other Asian countries, like some developed countries in Asia. Some of the Asian countries are lacking resources. That's the only problem. We are we are behind back. I mean, we are lacking behind in certain ideas, in accommodating the certain ideas. Okay, so please plan properly and please focus on the three dimensions how you are going to accommodate them in the day-to-day life, in your day-to-day activity. That's my idea. Is it okay?
Okay, thank you, Mr.
Right. Any questions? Any clarification?
Anyone? So there is no question anymore. Is it enough for you? If there is no question anymore, so we can come to the conclusion that strategic management is very important in our life. One of them, it is very useful and helpful in manage our working. It's such kind. It could be education. It could be anything related with the organizational or the organization of culture, as what the speaker or the guest speaker has to you that you have to manage all of the aspects, that's very related, yeah, closely related to our life, and also we consider about the human resources, about the natural resources, and also it is important for us to utilize the AI and IOO, yeah, artificial intelligence, and also Internet of Things, yeah, including we have to be adjusted with the online and also for the computerized, because in 4.0 we focus on, oh, okay, we focus on cyber physical system that is real and virtual at the same time. And also for the artificial intelligence is forerunner of industry 4.0. So all this concept is written or is operated by machine learning. So that's why, like a B.Ed, let's data management, voice processing, and synthesis, and many other attributes that provide automatization are integrated. The others, he also talk about the scientific management, it uses the scientific method to analyze the most efficient production process in order to increase productivity. So as a human being, you are challenged to analyze the most efficient production process in order to increase your productivity, not only for the product in the factory, but also, for example, in the literal works, in your working and your achievement and your potential, I think. And for the others, that in organization culture, we have to be adapted and we have to adjust, yeah, anything around us clearly and wisely. Okay, if I could say and conclude like this, Mr. Ravin, is it all right? So thanks a lot for your very nice and very informative presentation. Before we close this participant, please take a picture firstly.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, take a picture firstly. Okay, my pleasure. Open cam, please. All of the participants, please open your cam so the committee will take the picture. Finish? Okay, you have 3 group, okay, all of it, you have taken. Okay, so Mr. Rafid, would you mind sending us your PPT or your material to
Sure.
us in the chat box or to send to my WhatsApp?
Yeah, but I will send you a WhatsApp.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and the honorable guest speaker and all the participants and also the dean of this faculty, I believe that all of you have well done through almost 2 hours visiting lecturers. It is my great pleasure that you had fruitful discussion, though I think 2 hours is not enough, I think. And in this virtual visiting lecturer series which maintain strategic management, I expected that every participant to get great enhancement by joining this event. Thank you for all the guest speaker and the dean and also the study program coordinator. We hosted the one-day virtual visiting lecturer series on June 20th, 2023. Now we come to the end of the event. I'm Dwi Astuti Wahyu Nur Hayati as the host and also as the moderator of the visiting lecturer series today. Do apologize if I have some mistaken. Let's close this meeting by saying hamdalah. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Finally, usiku wa nasibitakallah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you in another bye. Okay, Mr. Rafin.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay,
Thank
okay,
you.
but don't leave for late. Don't leave. Okay, I will contact you. Yeah, I will contact you for further activities. You know, because our faculty need a collaborative agreement. Is it okay that with
Yeah,
your?
sure.
Okay,
Sure. I will.
sure.
I
Okay,
will. I will.
so we will send the draft, yeah,
Yeah,
to your
thank you.
institution. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you,
Okay,
madam.
guys, don't forget tomorrow. You have to come again because
Masuk.
it's an invitation anymore. And for the certificate. Okay. Okay, now come to the coordinator of study program. Time is yours, brother.
Okay, Mr. Raveenthiran Vivekanantharasa. Thank you very much for delivering the material about management strategies in education, Mr. Raveenthiran. This material is very useful for us as a lecturer, and of course, it can improve the student intelligence. Hopefully we can collaborate in further activities. For example, MUA, what the meaning? Memorandum of Agreement.
Yeah, sure.
Between Department of Secondary and Tertiary Education Faculty of Education, the Open University of Sri Lanka, and between my institution, Universitas Islam Negeri Said Ali Rahmatullah Tulungagung. And finally, hopefully stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I will connect with you. Okay, thank you, sir, and thank you, madam. Can I leave now?
Yes. Okay, stay healthy and stay safe. See you next time.
Sebentar, jangan keluar dulu. Saya bagikan link sertifikatnya.
Okay, don't leave the Zoom room or the Gmeet room today because you have to fill in the certificate form. Thank you. And then for the Mr. Raveenthiran, you may link and then we will send you about the certificate.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oke, teman-teman, silakan diisi daftar hadir pesertanya untuk sertifikat ya. Saya berharap teman-teman besok bisa hadir kembali jam 2 sampai jam 4 ya. Besok materinya bahasa Inggris. Nah, tolong tentang bahasa itu nanti membuat pertanyaan, enggak apa-apa bahasa Indonesia, nanti ada penerjemahnya Bu Dwi. Kemudian untuk hari Kamis nanti adalah TIK, Teknologi Informasi dan Komunikasi Komputer ya. TIK untuk hari Kamisnya. Dan sekali lagi terima kasih teman-teman. Semoga ini jadi ilmu untuk teman-teman semua. Ya meskipun kita nggak ngerti bahasanya apa gitu ya. Ditinggal turu ana sing kameranya dipateni ya enggak apa-apa wis ya. Yang penting teman-teman aktif. Kemudian kemarin sudah ada Mbak Dea yang tanya, itu tadi ada Mas Afan dan teman-temannya. Tolong besok diusahakan lah 1 sampai 5 orang itu bertanya biar kelihatan aktif banget ya. Terus takon apa aja enggak apa-apa. Nanti bahasa Indonesia aja enggak apa-apa. Bisa di chat atau di forum. Ya, nanti Mbak Budwi akan menerjemahkan. Gitu ya. Terima kasih banyak.
Miss Nimas will help you. Oke, guys, semangat loh ya. Nggak usah malu-malu, nggak usah takut-takut. Oke, PGMI harus oke. Step ahead, I think.
Sudah di copy semua ya linknya? Sudah. Oke, sudah. Terima kasih banyak sekali lagi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.
Bye. Nanti Pak Adi. Adi sejak kapan gue pakai jas? Murah corona mah nggak pakai jas kok. Udah gini keluar.
Pak Adi itu katanya Nimas apa? Katanya tadi kecekik terus habis itu kepanasan terus habis itu dipakai lagi dikeluarin lagi dipakai lagi kayak gitu.
Pak Adi. Tadi gue nggak pakai jas aku ke sana.
Iya, terus habis itu karena mau ngobrol akhirnya dipakai lagi biar kelihatan oke.